Hey guys, it's Keisha. Okay, so this week we were talking about pricing and pricing our packages. We talked about pricing for profitable delivery, pricing for value generation, and also yesterday we talked about pricing for market tolerance. And my apologies, I know that video was a little, the sound quality was not that good. I had my notebook placed firmly on my microphones, but I'm not doing that today. And I may, if I'm if I'm feeling up to it, I may go back and put subtitles in that video. Okay, so now that we have taken a look at pricing, we're going to build on that work a little bit. And by build on that work a little bit, I mean we're going to do some inner work, money mindset work, right? Because when you are pricing your services and your packaging, what you're actually doing is you are driving towards your business goal, your business income goal, even if it's an outrageous, especially if it's an outrageous income goal. And by the very nature of setting a business income goal, outrageous business income goal, and starting to take the steps towards it, right? Pricing packages. What you're saying is, I deserve this. I'm valuable. I can do this. And possibly I can go further than anyone in my family ever has. And I can do it easily, right? If you've priced right, you can do it easily. You can take the path of least resistance, right? You're also saying, and this is what I want to do. I can do it without painful struggle. And that kind of intention, that kind of goal setting will trigger some things, right? So, what I wanted to talk to you about today is our inner worthy and deserving set points, right? And those are the things that stop you from taking action. Now, I realize nobody wakes up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat thinking, my worthy and deserving set points are off. My worthy and deserving set points are off. Nope, you don't. You absolutely don't wake up thinking that. And occasionally I'll have a client in front of me who will say things like, yeah, I'm wondering if I'm worthy or if I'm deserving of this. Occasionally it will come out in that language. But more often than not, checking into your worthy and deserving set points means observing your actions, right? If you are the type of person where this is me, I'm about to describe me, okay? You start making progress and you're excited, right? You're so excited initially, but then you start to pull back. You start to hold back a little bit. Or this part isn't me, but I witnessed this. You tend to get into analysis paralysis. You just get stuck and can't pull yourself out of there. Or, and here's me again, conditions in your life magically change, right? And you're making progress in one area, like maybe your money, and all of a sudden you gain 75 or 80 pounds. True story. Or somehow you sabotage yourself, start putting on weight, or you start overworking, or you you make sure that you're constantly dragging the camel uphill. And when things start getting easy, you throw in a monkey wrench. And for me personally, when I was working in corporate and things were financially, I was making a really good salary, and the job itself was easy for me because it really leaned in on my innate abilities. I made it hard. I made it complicated by throwing in a 6-hour commute. I moved to another state. So that way I could say, yeah, okay, I deserve this money because I'm working hard. I'm working hard just getting to the job. Those are the ways that deservingness and worthiness set points show up in the actions or the sabotages that we're taking or doing in our lives. And they're usually blind spots. You usually don't see it until later, like, looking back, you see it. When I moved my family to another state, which meant that I had a 6-hour commute, in that moment, it made perfect sense to me. I was giving my children a better life, the opportunity to go to better schools. It made perfect sense. And so I didn't even question this ridiculous commute. It's looking back now, years later, I'm like, oh, that's what I did. That's what I did. my worthiness and my deservingness was off. I was making mid six figures, and there was a part of me that felt that, well, in order for me to deserve that, I have to throw in some struggle. There has to be some struggle here. It has to be hard here. And I can see that now, but I couldn't see it then because it was a blind spot. It made perfect sense. It made perfect sense to me. And it was a blind spot. And it's almost impossible to see your own blind spots in the moment. So the good news is if your worthiness and deservingness set points are lower than the business income goal that you want to earn, you can raise your worthy and deserving set points. In order to do that, we need to see exactly where they are and what those blind spots are right now. So I want to do a visualization, okay? So just, I want you to just, I'm settling myself here. Just close your eyes and imagine you're looking at a movie screen, and it's the movie screen of your mind. And on that movie screen is an image of you. It's okay if you feel like you're just imagining it or picturing something, that's okay. But in this movie screen, you're standing on a stage and you're in front of like 100 people in the audience, or 100 people in the audience. And that audience is made up of people like your parents, your ancestors, your high school teachers, your friends from high school, colleagues, coworkers, and potential clients. So you're standing on the stage in front of this audience and you're holding up a sign on which you've written your income goal. So if that income goal is $20,000 a month, you've written $20,000 or whatever your number is. And as you're holding up this big sign, imagine yourself saying this to all of these people out loud. I want it. I can do it. I deserve it. And I want you to look at how the audience is reacting to you. What do their faces look like? What are they saying? What are they doing? Are some of them positive? Some of them negative? And what's the feeling in you? How are you reacting to seeing them react that way? Now, when the audience is happy for you and cheering for you, that's great, right? Those people are great. But I want you to really zoom in on the people who are not so happy. What would those skeptics be saying right now? Just zoom in on those skeptical people, because isn't that what we do? You can get 10 yeses and one no and really hyper focus in on the no. So zoom in on the skeptical people. What do their faces look like? What is their body like? What's their body language? Are they like this, or hands on hips? How are they looking at you? What do their faces look like? Now, what we're really looking for as a coach, what I'm looking for when I do this visualization is when you're holding up your sign that says, I want it, right? That can reveal two things. One is shame. We're ashamed of wanting, right? The shame comes up from the desire and the impulse of wanting that income goal. See, we can be embarrassed of making mistakes, but we're ashamed of the impulse to want a lot of money. That means that we're breaking a family money story, or family rule, or a family pattern. When we say, I can do it, what that brings up in you, it reveals your inner skeptic, what you believe is possible or impossible for you. And when we say out loud, I deserve it, that's all worthiness. And rarely do people ever admit that they have a worthiness or deserving issue. No, it's very rare for someone to say that. But you might think things like, oh, I can't charge more, right? A deservingness or a worthiness issue blocks your ability to ask and to receive more. And all of these things come down to vulnerability, as in, I'm going to be vulnerable of being criticized, of being ashamed, of being asked to prove this. And what if I can't prove it? Right? So just take a few moments and write down, jot down, notice, observe what came up for you in that visualization. Because in the visualization, you got really clear information about how big your inner skeptic is, how big your inner critic is, how big your inner battle is, your inner saboteur, or that voice that says you're not good enough. And that's important to see, because once we can see it, we have the opportunity to clear it. And we can use tapping on this. In fact, we're going to use tapping on this, and we're going to shift it, right? And how will we know that we've shifted it? Because after the tapping, I'm going to ask you to go back and look at the picture again. And you'll notice the picture will have changed. It will have shifted. It's kind of crazy how this works, but it does work. So I'm going to use words that I hear often in this tapping, okay? And you feel free to fill in your own words. What came up for you when you did the visualization? So I'm going to be tapping through the points, thinking about the audience. There they are. I really do want to earn that much money. But that process was eye-opening. And I really feel my resistance. They are judging me. Some of them are happy for me, but some of them are skeptical. And they're looking at me and judging me. Their arms are crossed. They're asking me to prove it. They're turning their backs to me. They're attacking me. That makes me feel embarrassed, ashamed, like I want to run out of the room. I'm feeling attacked, unsure, uncertain. I really want to get out of here. I really do want to earn that much money. But the process was eye-opening. I felt my resistance. There's a part of me that's pushing back, that's not really sure I deserve that to make that much money. There's an inner skeptic in me that truly questions my worth and my value. There's a part of me that strongly resists declaring I deserve this. I can feel this part of me pushing back, arguing with me, insisting that I just give it away, insisting I don't deserve to earn that much money, especially not by working so few hours. There's this part of me that says it's really selfish and wrong to ask to earn this much money. And when I said I deserved it, I immediately felt some guilt, some fear, some shame. Shouldn't I just give it all away? When I visualized the crowd of people, it felt embarrassing. Who do I think I am to say I want it? I deserve it. Do I really think I'm that special? Part of me says I'm not that special. I'm not that unique. People won't pay me that much. There's nothing I could possibly do to earn that much. Unless I worked a million hours, I'm not special enough, brilliant enough, talented enough. This comes naturally for me. I should just give it away, right? I'm just not good enough. This loud and clear voice that pushes back against my goal. This voice that just keeps me in check. I feel that really loudly. And it's got some pretty nasty things to say. Who do I think I am to say I deserve that much money? On some level, it feels selfish. It feels wrong. I feel ashamed, embarrassed, guilty. I have this expectation that if anyone else knew, they would agree. I'm not good enough. That's asking for too much money. And asking for too much money is wrong. It's arrogant. There's nothing that's just special enough about me that makes me deserve that much money. I'm just going to honor all of this. I'm seeing and I'm feeling my inner worthy and deserving set point. I'm seeing and feeling the unconscious discomfort. I really want to step beyond my set point. But I'm seeing and feeling the hidden drivers that will cause me to sabotage or create struggle and suffering to keep me at my set point. I'm seeing and feeling what is really driving my unconscious behaviors, all those autopilot behaviors that keep me stuck. And I'm just going to honor that. And take a deep breath. And I want you to look at the picture again and tell me or write down, how does the audience look now? How does the audience look now? There are two things that are going to happen with that audience. The audience always looks better, more positive. They look more interested. Maybe they're sitting down and they were standing up and exiting the building before. They're listening. You're going to be seeing that audience more clearly. And another thing that might happen is there might be this one person. It's really specific, right? Might be a one person who says something negative in that audience, like, you're an idiot, right? Whatever that one person is saying, that's what we're going to tell, okay? We'll go with the words, you're an idiot, but you fill in your words of whatever you're seeing in the picture and whatever you're hearing in the picture. I'm just going to tap on my collarbone. There they are. The audience is looking a little better, but some of them, or maybe just one, is attacking me. They don't think I can do it. And I'm feeling beaten down and sad. They're saying I'm an idiot. They're judging me, ridiculing me, saying things like, who do you think you are? Prove it. How can you prove it? What's your track record? They're attacking me. They don't think I can do it. And I'm feeling judged, criticized, angry, and sad, beaten down. They're saying things like, I'm an idiot. Who do you think you are? Prove it. How dare you? How dare you say you deserve to earn this much? You deserve what we say you deserve. How dare you? And I'm feeling it. They don't think I can do it. And I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it in my stomach. Waves of nausea. I'm being attacked, criticized. And on some level, this feels selfish. It feels wrong. I feel ashamed, embarrassed, guilty. I have this expectation that if anyone knew how much I really wanted this, they would agree I'm not good enough. They would agree that asking for that much money is wrong. It's arrogant and selfish. They would think I'm an idiot. There's nothing special enough about me that makes me deserve that much money. And I'm just going to honor all of this. Everything that I'm seeing and feeling is my own inner worthy and deserving set point. I'm seeing and feeling right now my unconscious discomfort. The reason I just want to give it all away. The reason I don't want to charge more. And I want to step beyond my set point. I'm seeing and feeling all the hidden drivers that cause me to sabotage or create struggle and suffering to keep me at my set point. I'm seeing and feeling what is really driving my unconscious behaviors. All those autopilot behaviors that keep me stuck. And I'm just going to honor that. I'm just going to honor me. Whew. Take a deep breath. What we're doing there is we're literally taking this pattern, right? This expectation, this projection, and we're shifting it out of your nervous system. And you'll know you've shifted it when the picture shifts. So just check in with yourself. Check in with your body. How do you feel now? For me, I know the words weren't positive. They weren't positive words. And yet I feel lighter in my body, but in a solid space. Like I don't feel like my shoulders are weighing me down, right? I'm not sunken into my body, but I'm feeling more solid and more present, and at the same time lighter, right? And when I tune into the audience now, they're all either clapping or listening intently. Even the naysayers are listening in, and they're leaning in a little bit. They're leaning in to hear more. Now, here's the thing. None of us would ever tell an entire room full of people, this is how much money I want to earn. I can do it. I want it. I deserve it, right? But by doing that in the visualization, we turned up the heat to show us what the downside is for us, right? The unconscious program projected downside that's wired into you. Every time you go for bigger money, which is what our pricing is all about, right? Our pricing for our packages means we're going for bigger money. So that's your moment of consciousness. When you can start raising your deserving set point by eliminating or clearing the feelings of shame and guilt and embarrassment, that means that you're raising your deservingness, and deservingness is paramount to or equal to receiving, right? And it doesn't have anything to do with your brain. It doesn't. Hair in my eye. It doesn't have anything to do with your brain or how much you know. right? This is what we're talking about right now is what's wired into your nervous system. So this is that mind, body, money connection. And we're disrupting the pattern through that tapping right there. So I know the words that we said weren't positive at all, and yet we feel lighter right now. So I want to tap on our brilliance. Okay, let's tap on our brilliance. It's a more positive round to leave us feeling really, really juicy and good about our packages, our pricing, and our income goal. All right, so we'll start on the karate chop point. Even though a part of me does not believe that I'm really worthy and deserving of earning my business income goal, of earning that exact amount of money by working fewer hours than I've ever worked and having joy and pleasure and ease in my life. That will be in my life as a result of this income goal. I'm just going to honor and observe that for now. Even though a part of me really questions whether or not I have the brilliance, the talent, the gifts, or the energy to earn that much money. And I feel that. I feel it in my stomach. I recognize I've never earned this much before. So it might be hard to imagine. But the truth is, there is so much more to me than I've seen so far. Buried within me is untapped resource, untapped well of brilliance, of boundless energy, of courage and enthusiasm, of inspirations and focus, and of efficient actions. Let's tap through the points. I have untapped potential within me. I have untapped genius. I may have seen some so far in my life. That is nothing compared to how much more I can unleash. So I'm asking for more. I'm asking for more of my own brilliance to appear. I'm now allowing for more inspiration to just flow through me. I'm ready for streamlined, efficient actions to manifest through my very hands. I speak directly to my subconscious mind, that part of me that makes quantum leaps, that part of me that is creative, that has $1,000,000 ideas just waiting to come forward. And I ask this part of me for more brilliant ideas, inspirations, for courage, for audacious action, for higher levels of leadership to emerge, for leveraged and efficient strategies to appear. I ask this of my unconscious mind, knowing it's a treasury, a well of untapped brilliance. And I'm open, and I'm ready, and accepting and willing for all the ideas, all the inspirations, all the nudges to act and appear. And when they do, I commit to hearing them with an open mind, with an open heart. I commit to taking action and recognizing the signs of my own brilliant genius. I believe there is so much more to me than what I've seen so far, than what I've shown so far, and I'm open and I'm allowing my brilliant genius to come through for my highest good. And take a deep breath. I'm Keisha Dixon. I look forward to hearing your feedback on how you're feeling after doing these tapping scripts. Go back to the visualization, see how the crowd looks. And from this space, the space of how you're feeling right now you're open, right? Now would be an excellent time to jump on a live or to write a post with a call to action, a call to draw your prospective clients closer and closer to you. I'm Keisha Dixon. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.